Title ** Lincoln, wrestler to Pres. Hook, midnight to 0:30, imagine being body slammed to the ground, getting back up, and then becoming the President of the United States. That's exactly what happened to Abraham Lincoln, the champion wrestler who traded in his wrestling boots for a top hat and a life of politics. It's a story of grit, perseverance, and determination. But, what made him make this drastic career change? Let's dive in. Section 1, The Struggle, 0:30 to 3 o'clock, you know how it feels to be stuck in a rut, unsure of what to do with your life. You're working hard, but it doesn't seem like you're getting anywhere. That's exactly how Abraham Lincoln felt in his early 20s. He was a store clerk, a surveyor, and even a wrestler, but nothing seemed to be bringing him the satisfaction he was looking for. He was struggling to make ends meet, and his future was uncertain. Can you relate to that feeling of uncertainty? It's like being in a fog, not knowing which direction to go. But, what if I told you that Lincoln's struggles were about to take a dramatic turn? He was about to discover a new passion that would change his life forever. Pattern interrupt, let's take a quick look at Lincoln's wrestling career. He was known for his strength and agility, and his matches were often attended by hundreds of people. But, what sparked his interest in politics? That's what we're about to explore. Section 1, continued. As we explore Lincoln's journey, you'll start to notice some parallels between his life and yours. You'll see how he overcame obstacles, how he persevered, and how he stayed focused on his goals. And, you'll start to wonder, what if I could do the same? What if I could overcome my struggles and achieve my dreams? That's what we're going to explore in the next section. But, before we do, let's ask ourselves, what would drive someone to leave a successful wrestling career behind and pursue a life of politics? Was it the desire for power, the need for financial stability, or something else entirely? The answer might surprise you. Section 2, The Turning Point, 3 to 6 o'clock, it all started on August 27, 1858, when Lincoln met a man named Stephen Douglas. Douglas was a prominent politician, and he challenged Lincoln to a series of debates. These debates would change the course of Lincoln's life. He discovered a new passion for politics, and his speaking skills improved dramatically. He started to see that he could make a real difference in people's lives through politics. But, there was a catch. Douglas was a seasoned politician, and Lincoln was a newcomer. The debates were intense, and Lincoln was outnumbered. He had to think on his feet and come up with clever responses to Douglas's arguments. It was a high-pressure situation, but Lincoln thrived under the pressure. He started to gain recognition, and his message began to resonate with people. Pattern interrupt, let's listen to a quote from one of Lincoln's debates. If we could first know where we are, and whither we are tending, we could better judge what to do, and how to do it. Powerful words, right? But, what happened next? Did Lincoln's newfound passion for politics lead him to the White House, or did he face even more challenges? The answer is about to get really interesting. Section 2, continued. As Lincoln's popularity grew, so did the opposition. He faced intense criticism, and his views were often misunderstood. But, he didn't let that stop him. He kept pushing forward, driven by his conviction to make a difference. And, that's what we can learn from him. We can learn to stay focused on our goals, even when faced with adversity. We can learn to persevere, even when the odds are against us. But, what was the key to Lincoln's success? What was the one thing that set him apart from others? That's what we're about to explore in the next section. But, before we do, let's ask ourselves, what would it take for us to make a similar transformation? What would it take for us to go from feeling stuck to feeling unstoppable? The answer might be simpler than you think. Section 3, The Method, 6 to 9 o'clock, so, what was the key to Lincoln's success? It was his ability to stay focused on his goals, his perseverance, and his willingness to learn. Here are the exact steps he took. 1. He started small. Lincoln began by speaking at local events and debates, honing his skills and building his confidence. 2. He surrounded himself with supportive people. He